Hello everyone, my name is AZZATRU, how are you, and welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video of mine. And in this video I'm going to be taking another look at Obi Wan Kenobi because he has released in the Battle of Geonosis update today in Battlefront 2. So I made a video on him a couple of days ago just showing you some gameplay and basically going over some basic stuff about him, but I didn't have a lot of time at DICE to actually sit down and get a good feel for him, especially starting out with no star cards. Now today I'm going to be giving you guys a couple of tips and just giving you my first impressions on starting out from fresh. And you know, if you're undecided about buying Obi Wan Kenobi with 35,000 credits, should you put that towards, say, Grievous if you haven't unlocked him already? Because I know there's a bunch of you out there that have just got the game, haven't got the amount of credits, or might just have enough for one of the new heroes. So I thought, well, let me talk about Obi Wan because he released today and just give you some thoughts. So basically, a couple of things I want to get out of the way that don't really affect gameplay. What I really like about Obi Wan is his animations are fantastic, so his lightsaber attacking animations, his movement, that sort of stuff, it's really, really cool. It's really nice, and it's pretty bug free, to be honest. I haven't seen many bugs except for a couple with his force push, but overall he's actually a well polished hero, which I'm very happy to tell you guys, because, you know, other than maybe his emote being, one of the emotes being flipped around, which is a bug and will be fixed in the next patch, he's pretty polished, which I'm very happy about. He also has some very good voice lines, so he speaks a lot, to be honest, in the battle. He really does like to talk a lot, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He references the 501st, Captain Rex, Commander Cody, whole host of other things, even stuff from the Jedi Code. It's really, really cool, and I must say some of the voice work and some of the voice lines, some of the best I've seen in the game so far. James Arnold Taylor does not completely copy Ewan McGregor, but he does a decent enough job, and I know some people aren't happy about this, not having Ewan McGregor. Personally, I would like Ewan McGregor to be the voice actor for the game, but obviously it wasn't to be, and to be honest, it's okay, and you will get used to it. His emotes and victory poses are also very, very cool. I think you definitely will be purchasing that hello there emote straight away. It's only 2,000 credits, so it's something you should get straight away. And he has a robed skin as well, which is 40,000 credits. And to be honest, it looks pretty cool. I really do like using it. It's quite big, to be honest, compared to when you don't wear it. His standard traditional Revenge of the Sith outfit is his default appearance, and it's fine even if you don't have the credits or crystals to buy the robe skin. And then next month we will be getting the General Kenobi skin from the Clone Wars TV show. Cannot wait to get my hands on that, and that's likely going to cost quite a few credits as well. But it's good that we've got a bunch of different options for Obi-Wan within the launch window of him coming to the game. Now let's talk about abilities, because I'm sure some of you guys have no idea what his abilities are. So his first one is Defensive Rush, and it's great for clearing out groups of droids, especially on the open landscape that is Geonosis. And it actually can be cancelled at any time, so you will stop doing the ability with a simple lightsaber attack. So if you just hit the lightsaber attack button, whether it be a trigger or the mouse click, it will cancel it, and you will actually do a special sort of combo move. We've not seen something like this in Battlefront 2 before, but you'll basically do a special strike which will deal additional damage as well. So that's really useful, especially if you suddenly come up towards an enemy and you want to cancel your movement, you just want to go straight and hit someone. It's really cool. Moving on to his second ability, and to be honest, this was the one I was most excited for, and I'm actually really underwhelmed by it. So this is his Mind Trick ability, and it just doesn't seem to be as useful as you'd expect, judging by its description. So whereas Rey's Mind Trick basically inverts the movement controls for a player, whereas this one stops the enemy being able to use abilities, or rolling, or strafing, depending if it is a certain type of hero. And to be honest, I don't feel like it's very useful. I will use it, and then General Grievous will still come at me and deal plenty of damage, or Darth Vader will still go at me and deal a lot of damage, or just run away. And it's like, this is meant to impair the opposing player. It should definitely do something, yet they're just okay to walk away. I mean, Rey's mind trick ability is pretty powerful, and if you're on the receiving end of that and Rey's coming towards you, you're pretty much going to die. But at the same time, this one just is really underwhelming in comparison to that. It just feels kind of pointless. Maybe I need to spend time with the star cards and mess up the combination a little bit, but I'm just not at that level yet, and I don't know, it just feels like something needs to be additional on top of that, because even if you take away the abilities and the rolling, they can still do attacks, they can still move around, they can still sprint, that sort of stuff. So it's just something, make you guys aware that it's not very powerful, and you should definitely not leave it as sort of a last resort to stop enemies, because General Grievous will still come right towards you even if you use the mind trick ability, and it's probably going to be too late. And finally, last but certainly not least, probably the most fun ability coming out of Obi-Wan is his brand new Force Push ability. So completely different to how Luke's works. And basically the longer you hold down the button for his ability, the further away he can he can get people and force push. It's really cool. It's actually quite an intuitive system. It's really great for getting people at range, especially if, say, Grievous is escaping or one of the other faster heroes is running away. And it also does decent damage towards the infantry and villains, but you have to get used to it and practice with it quite a bit. I would recommend using Arcade for this, because there seems to be a little bit of a dead zone, and I don't know, it might just be a bit of a bug, but when you're aiming and you look away a little bit, you may not hit someone even though they're in the UI for where the force push will go. And I know this is a confirmed bug, but if, say, for example, someone's on some steps, like above the steps, and you're down a few steps and you use it, they may not get hit. Like a different sort of terrain level, basically. And that should hopefully be fixed in the December patch. But like I said, it's a really fun ability, and you can get really good reward from it by using it to its potential, but you will have to sort of practice with it a little bit, because if you just sort of spam it like really quick, like as a last resort because someone's attacking you, it's not really going to do much. And, you know, it's definitely something that will take time, and good players will definitely maximize its use. Now, another thing I want to talk about is his blocking mechanics. So, just like every other lightsaber hero except for Darth Maul, he can deflect blaster shots and lightsaber hits using his blocking mechanic. But his blocking is quite different to someone like Rey and Luke's in this game, because he can actually deflect blaster shots a lot more accurately compared to the other two. And he also seems to have a lot more blocking stamina, which is really, really good for taking a lot of shots from groups of enemies. For example, if there's two enemies, one on your left, one on your right, usually you'd have to sort of hold on for a little bit and then run. But with Obi-Wan, you can deflect quite a bit, you can block quite a bit, and when a lightsaber hero is constantly, relentlessly hitting you, you can actually take quite a bit, wait for your force push ability to regenerate, and then you can just blow them away. It's actually really interesting to use in Heroes vs Villains, and much better than Luke and Rey's blocking. Now, of course, everyone will start on level 0 with no star cards, and you will get your first star card at level 2. But it's double XP weekend right now. Well, it's not really a weekend, it's like a situation for the next few days where it's double XP. So if you jump into a game with Obi-Wan and get 10,000 score, you're going to get 20,000. And this is going to level you up straight away. I've been going from like level 2 to level 4 in one game. And then I went from like level 4 to level 6 in one game. And then 6 to 8. You know, you're doubling everything. And you, of course, are going to be earning more skill points, unlocking new star cards. It's just the most viable time to get Obi-Wan leveled up right now and play around with different star cards to see what suits your playstyle. And another thing about skill points is that if you do still have crafting parts like myself, so if you played before the progression update in March, you may still have a couple of crafting parts and you can use 40 of them to get a skill point. And I've been doing this for Grievous and Obi-Wan. As soon as I get a new star card, I will literally just use a couple of skill points to bump it up a couple of levels, and it really, really helps. Overall, I would say Obi-Wan is not a super powerful hero. He's definitely not underpowered, but it's going to take some time to get used to him and maximize his abilities. but he's definitely not broken like General Grievous was, and of course Grievous is now fixed, so he's really a formidable foe, and is definitely one you should not be taking lightly, because if you saw a Grievous before this patch, you could definitely go up to him and take him out with no fear. However, now his abilities are fixed, Obi-Wan's got to be a little bit more careful, and you've definitely got to make sure you pick the right time to attack. So what are your thoughts on Obi Wan Kenobi? Have you used him yet? Have you unlocked him yet? What star cards are you going to be equipping? Let me know in the comments section below. Personally, I would go with Obi Wan Kenobi as the hero of choice if you would have to pick between Grievous and Obi-Wan, purely because he's brand new and there's a lot more to learn from him, like with his abilities. But if you want a really powerful hero, then go for General Grievous, because he is really powerful at the moment, and at the same time he doesn't have force powers, and I really like using force powers in this game. It's up to you to decide, do you want Obi-Wan, do you want Grievous? Personally, I would go with Obi-Wan, but that's just me. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new around here. Check out any of the 2 previous videos on screen if you did miss them, and I shall see you all in my next Battlefront 2 video. Goodbye.